So YouTube and the internet now has a new regulation that's passing in about a month from now, and it's called COPPA, and basically it's going to restrict a lot of users, and it's going to change the platform of YouTube. Basically, if you have any like video games or anything else, it's just gonna, I don't know, it's really gonna limit a lot of users and whatnot. Like, for example, there's one guy that has 100 million subs, and all he does is post video games, and that's not going to be allowed under COPPA. And what that means is it's allowed, but the person has to like click this is for children or this is not for kids. And when it comes to video games, all of that is for kids. I mean, even the video games that say they're rated mature, that still can be considered content for kids. So there's another law getting passed, and it's YouTube can delete your channel if you don't have enough subscribers or attention. I see that both ways, as like a good and a bad thing, but mostly bad. Any regulation that's added is bad. If they can get rid of all the regulation, we'd have so many different videos. And for example, a reason why the getting rid of people's YouTubes who don't have too much attention or don't have enough attention, it's a terrible idea, because most of the great videos that I find on YouTube are from people who are like mechanics or whatnot. They're doing something with their car that I couldn't find anywhere else. And a lot of the times when I see a really good video, I click on their the rest of their channel so I can see what else they have, and most of the time they don't have much of anything. So that just goes to show they're going to be getting rid of a lot of the really great smaller YouTubers. Well, they'll be getting rid of a lot of the YouTubers who have like something great to tell people. Like, if there's a certain way to fix something and nobody else has done it, that needs to be on YouTube. That's part of what makes YouTube great. That and the individual creators, big or small. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, and with these regulations where they're erasing people's YouTubes if they don't have enough attention, I would say if you're one of the people who wants to get on YouTube, do it now, because it's now or never, because you gotta get the subscribers or the attention as soon as possible before they actually come and wipe everybody's small channels out. And I don't know what's considered a small channel. That part isn't talked about. I mean, I'll have to look into this law, because I've only heard a couple people talking about it so far. I haven't really done any background work, but in the end of this video I'll put a list of like the requirements that they're saying, because we know it's a big gray area of what could be considered for kids, because technically kids could watch anything, but they're putting some guidelines on it to help us kind of see what's what. But I mean, as I said, regulation is just, it's getting really bad. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can't do, like for example, or that you're not supposed to do. Like, you're not supposed to show any brand names. That's why I would be wearing black t-shirts, black hat. I mean, you're not allowed to like expose brands, because it could be considered advertisement, and all that makes sense. And you're not allowed to show people's face without their consent. That's a whole nother law. It's a different regulation. It's just we get regulations on top of regulations. I mean, we're trying to create the best videos, footage, everything we can. We're trying to make it the best of the best, and we can't do that when we're getting hit with regulations all over the place. Like with this COPPA thing, this I mean, there's so many different things that can't be done now that I see a lot of people doing. Like, for example, you'll have like a backdrop, like someone would be talking to a video for YouTube, and they'll have like some toys or whatever in the background, like Star Wars stuff. Like, that's all cool stuff to have. And now that this law is passing, just having toys and things like that could be considered making your video for kids, so they can actually hit you with like something close to a $50,000 fine, which is it's just ridiculous. I mean, but you know, it is to be expected, and I remember talking to some people that I know about this, and we were talking about this like 2 years ago or so, that they're probably going to make it so only certain people can even be on YouTube, and now they're doing just that, cutting out all the small people. I mean, it's good and bad, but like I said, it's mostly bad because YouTube's going to be losing a lot of great content that's one of a kind to the internet and YouTube. Like, the whole platform is based off of people documenting their lives, documenting their activities, and people doing things that they wouldn't normally do just because they're on camera. And that goes for anybody who, or well, goes from a lot of people who are on YouTube. Regulations are to be expected, and we can only expect them to get worse, because it seems like the power is not in the hands of the people, it's more in the big company, big business. They're the ones that control the whole thing. They can just say anybody with less than 10,000 subscribers is just getting deleted. Who knows, maybe they won't even let people post new videos. Like, if you're a new YouTuber and you start posting videos, maybe it'll just like won't even let you upload. Like, I don't know, I feel like that might be what it's coming to. So like I said, if you ever wanted to or just feel like getting on YouTube, now is the time, because the longer you wait, the more of a chance that you'll never be able to get on.